Kia ora o tahi, and welcome back to another week of Canstaff Sport. I'm Mitch Redman.
And I'm Emma Olsen. And this week, our episode is going to be a little bit different. We've decided to do a sports chat of what's to come in 2021.
Exactly. You could call it our Christmas special even, our last show of the year. So we were sad, but exciting too, that we can have this yarn and see what's to come.
Yeah. And so next year with sport, it was supposed to be a very, very jam-packed year, but obviously COVID happened and a lot of sporting events had to be cancelled or postponed. I mean, first of all, there was the ASB Classic tennis that was going to be happening in Jan.
Exactly, and usually that's a big draw card for New Zealand. Right at the start of the new year, it's exciting, people get dressed up and we get some of the biggest tennis stars from around the world coming here before their preparation for the Australian Open, I guess. But unfortunately, COVID, it was a bit, can we afford to risk running this competition for it not to go ahead? So they pulled the pin pretty early, I guess, to cancel that one, which is a bit disappointing. But
such a bummer because that was going to be so exciting up in Auckland.
Exactly. I'm sure it'll be back though. I know they're working on their stadium up there, so come 2022, it'll be coming back, all guns blazing. It'll be exciting. Yes.
Exactly. And then there was the Women's Cricket World Cup, but luckily it isn't cancelled. It's postponed to 2022.
Yeah. So then that'll be really exciting too. The games are getting played right around the country, which will be pretty cool. And it's the first time New Zealand's hosted the Women's Cricket World Cup, so great chance to get down there and support the women playing cricket and looking at the Big Bash League over in Australia now, and even our own Super Smash Women's League here. Women's cricket just seems to be growing rapidly, and it's actually quite a good watch. So if you get a chance to head down the summer and catch some of the girls playing, then absolutely go ahead and do it.
And despite those cancellations and postponements, there's actually still a lot happening. I mean, what are you most excited for?
Yeah, well, obviously the America's Cup's coming up really quickly and sort of starting before Christmas. I think there's some racing next week for the pre-Christmas regattas and things.
Already started.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's come along so quickly, and then obviously we move into the Prada Cup around January, which is pretty much where they're challenging to see who will take on Team New Zealand.
Yeah, Challenger Selection Series.
Yeah, so now that'll be pretty cool seeing all the boats out there sailing along in the harbour. So it'll be great.
Yeah, and then it's the 36th America's Cup. When was the last one hosted here?
I'm pretty sure the last one we hosted was 2003, and then we lost that one and it went back overseas. So it's been
you're gonna win this one.
Exactly. It's been a good 18-year gap between New Zealand getting to host it again, but it'll be really good for the country, and it'll be super exciting.
Yeah, it'll be a great event with heaps of people dressed up and things on the viaduct in Auckland watching, so that'll be really, really fun. And then in the middle of the year, we move into the Olympics.
Yeah, that's super exciting, and obviously it would have been great to have it this year, but the fact that they're still trying to punch through and host it next year over in Japan, that'll be awesome. So, what's your favourite Olympic sport?
Well, I always love watching the gymnastics. Pretty stereotypical for me, but gymnastics is always really fun. How about you?
Yeah, well, it's funny. So funny you mentioned that because I quite enjoy watching the trampolining. So, last time New Zealand had their first trampolinist actually over there, Dylan Schmidt, and he finished 7th. So he made the top 8, which is pretty good. So he'll be pushing to try and make a wee bit higher, maybe even get our first medal for men's trampolining, which would be pretty cool. And actually one of our Christchurch athletes, Maddie Davidson, she's right on the verge of making qualifying, so we could have our first female trampolinist for New Zealand as well, which would be pretty sick. But
awesome.
Then there's the rugby sevens and there's the athletics and everything like that. So it's just a great watch, and I can't wait.
So much going on. And did you hear there's the break dancing coming to the 2024 Olympics?
I know, don't know how that quite works, but that's kind of exciting as well, that I can get my techno on, put those dance shoes on or whatever and see how it works. But there's plenty of debate around that, and I know surfing's going to be joining the Olympics too, which will be pretty sick. So
surfing will be awesome.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else there might be, but I'm sure there's
all
more.
Sorts out there. I mean, my sport, lacrosse, can't wait for that to be in the 2027 Olympics. I don't know how breakdancing did it, but it'll be cool. I've never actually seen a breakdance battle, so it'll be interesting to watch.
It'll be all go, and then obviously once the Olympics finishes, New Zealand's hosting the Women's Rugby World Cup for the first time too. So most of those games are getting played up in Auckland and Whangarei, I think. But it'll be a great opportunity to have the best of women's rugby showcased in our country, and are you looking forward to that?
Oh, so looking forward to it. I mean, the new captain, Blackwell, who used to be one of my sports PE teachers back in high school. Can't wait to watch her play. It's very exciting that she got to be captain because she'll be great at it. Do you have any standout players that you're looking forward to seeing?
Well, actually, one person that used to host Canstaff Sport, Grace Brockett,
Grace.
she'll be pushing for selection for that World Cup squad. So,
Yeah.
you know, the Canterbury Fire Palmer Cup women's team's done pretty well these past few seasons. So, you know, staying true to the red and blacks. Hopefully, we'll have a pretty good turnout in that team come August, September, October next year.
For sure. So as you can see, there's so much to be looking forward to next year, even some sports that we didn't mention. So make sure to stay tuned to sport, put your sports hat on, make sure to be watching it all. But yeah, that's
us.
That's our last show.
That's a bit sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's been an awesome opportunity though, and you know, if you want to check out any of the other sports that we've filmed throughout the year, they're all over our Facebook page, all over our YouTube channel. So, you know, if you want to go back and flick through and have a watch at with some of the things we've done, then do that. And we're actually looking for some new presenters too. So if you enjoy what we're doing and think you might want to give it a crack, then absolutely get in touch with us, and you know, you might be the next Canstaff Sport presenters.
You never know. It's a bunch of fun, and we're going to miss you guys so much. But thank you so much for tuning in and watching our quirky,
funny, informative, interesting. What else?
Sports videos. I mean, we went through a whole array of different sports that you may not even have known existed, and it's been so much fun. And we can't wait to see what the new presenters next year come up with.
Absolutely. So have a safe Christmas, have a safe New Year's, and we'll see you again sometime soon.